Hi everybody, hope you're well. We're out on an early morning walk up on top of the moor. It's going to be a lovely day today with these two. Obviously found something nice to sniff. Come on, come on, come on, let's go, let's go. In this video I'm going to talk about probably the biggest myth about Whippets, and that's about they need lots of exercise. We've had a number of people say to us over quite some time and recently they would love to have a Whippet, but they wouldn't be able to give it all the exercise it needs, and that is purely a myth. If you have a Whippet, or you know about Whippets, the thing you'll know about them more than anything is they'll run at full speed for about 10 miles an hour and then they'll sleep for a good 5-6 hours after that. So it is completely a myth, but they are lovely animals to take out and walk with. Our two will probably do about 5k before breakfast, but they're happy, particularly Rosie, skinny Rosie. She's happy to just go out for a quick visit to the garden to do what she needs to do and come back in if it's bad weather. But they are made to run, and they do love to run. So if you have a garden or a piece of land or a park or a dog field nearby, a 10-minute run 3 times a day will be ideal for them, chasing a ball and just running around doing what they need to do. Or likewise, as I say, you can take them for long walks. Ours probably walk definitely between 5 and 10k a day, but that's probably a bit excessive really. That's not normal, and they don't need that. This myth regarding Whippets needing lots of exercise is quite interesting really. I don't know where it's come from. I suppose people think the racing dog, they want to be out and running all the time. Somebody actually told me that they wasn't going to get a Whippet because they needed lots of exercise, so they was going to get a spaniel. And I strongly recommend, before you get any dog, do your research. There's lots of dog profiles out on the internet where you can put the breed of the dog in and it gives you all its characteristics. And one thing anybody who knows who's got a spaniel is they do need a lot of exercise, and they're on the go constantly, which is completely different to a Whippet. There's nothing better than seeing a Whippet in a house snoozing and cuddling up to you. It's one of their favourite things. And sleeping on a night, these two will easily sleep 12 hours without any problem. So they love sleep, but they love a mad run. And a good walk. And something to sniff. And probably some rabbit poo or sheep poo to have a nibble on before breakfast. So we give these a walk in the morning, a walk at lunchtime and a walk at night, just after or before they've had a meal. And if we can, we're lucky we have a paddock near us where we can run them. One of those walks or a couple of those walks a day will be a mad run, and they'll literally just chase their ball like a mad dog, running after their ball for about 10 minutes, and that's them done. They'll come back tired, they'll probably have a drink, and then they'll fall asleep for a fair few hours and just want to cuddle up with you. They also love the beach, they love running on the beach as well. Don't you? Where's your ball? Hey, where's your ball? Where's your ball? Not today. But they are good walking dogs as well, as if you've seen our videos and the amount of walking we do. They love a good walk. And I think walking for a Whippet's quite easy. They are built for that quick, fast take-off to a run, based around their hunting instincts really, and then sleep and relax till the next time. But walking, they'll happily walk all day, hour or two, and have a good nosy round and a good sniff at everything. So you can take them on long walks, and we've taken, certainly Louis, up some big mountains, and our previous dog did most of the big mountains in the UK. No problem whatsoever. They need to be wrapped up when it's cold weather, but they're more than happy to walk some long distances. That won't be running down here today because it's spring. And there's certain seasons, certainly up on the North York Moors, where there's lots of things hatching, breeding, nesting birds, and of course all the lambs that are around. But we do have a good relationship with a number of the farmers around here, and they let us know which fields they're not being used or which fields they're just growing for grass, so we can run them in some big fields, but certainly not around the tracks around here across the moor, because all this around here, everything you see, is all designed and managed by the gamekeepers for shooting. And within this heather and these patches of short and long heather is where all the game birds are: the pheasant and the grouse, the partridge. So we can't let the dogs run across here, as it'll chase all the game birds away and disturb the nesting, and some of the migrating birds as well. So that's why within this national park and most national parks you have to keep your dog on a lead all the time. The maximum we have walked our Whippets is probably 10-12 miles within a day, and they're quite happy with that. They certainly have a good sleep afterwards, but we don't do that every day. But it's interesting, you'll take them for a really long run, really long walk. Rosie, leave it, thank you. Bit of rabbit fluff or something there. You'll take them for a really long walk and you think, God, they must be tired. And then you'll get them to a field and get the ball out and they'll have a quick run round, and then they really are bushed. They'll be ready for a long snuggled up sleep. But yeah, hey? Another question we get quite often is, are Whippets any good for having in your camper van and taking away with you? Well, like any dog, some of them struggle with travelling. Thankfully mine too don't. But you can get Whippets that don't like travelling, and that's a slow process to get them into being okay in a van or a car. Short trips make it enjoyable for them. Let them to be able to see out the window helps. But the advantage of going away camping with these two, as well as that thing about they're happy to sleep, so travelling, these two will sleep all the way through, just cuddle up together and sleep. But also, with being short-haired, they don't get very wet and muddy. If they do get muddy, within a few minutes they dry off and the mud just brushes off them. Doesn't it? What are you after? Eh? So they are very good for camper vans, and they take a bit of room up in your bed if you allow them to sleep in your bed. But apart from that, they're good travellers. Consider some other breeds of dogs that are long-haired, and if you take them out and you're in your camper van and they get wet and muddy, they take some drying off and cleaning, and they can smell like damp dogs. But these are very clean dogs, very clean dogs. What are you after, Rosie? Hey? Come on up. And Louie not so much, but Rosie will actually walk around puddles. She'll walk around sloppy mud. She won't want to get dirty. Proper lady, aren't you? At times. Louie's slightly different to that. He's not particularly bothered. He will happily run into the sea and get his feet wet and muddy. But as I say, even if they do clean themselves very quickly. Being short-haired, it dries up and just falls off. Come with them. Do Whippets need lots of exercise? Look at these two. They've been asleep in the camper van for about 3 hours. Rosie, Rosie, Louie, Louie, Rosie. And little madam there, she'll sleep all day. Oh, somebody mentioned my name. Oh. Oh.